Welcome back to Say Less Than Perfect. This is Mark the Dad 2 times, and I know why you're here because you read the title, but do you know why I'm here? Well, my brother's been in diabetic coma for a couple weeks, and these are the crazy theories I used to tell to him, but now since he's having a little nappy nap, I'm going to share it with you. Zoro versus Mihawk is going to happen in a Davyback fight between the Strawhats and Cross Guild. Here's how. So, we know the importance of Davyback fights, right? Everybody feel how you feel about the Foxy. Anime onlys, I tell you, go read the manga. It's 100 times better. I'm not the biggest fan of Foxy, but the manga does it a bajillion times better. Plus, only have it once, one and done, he's done. You know, fun, it's there, it's done. But seeing as how the Davyback fights are so important, and the Davyback fights is what got Rock's his broken ass crew. And we already seen what the Straw Hats did when they didn't have the teamwork during the Davyback fight. What happens when we see a fully realized integrated super squad do a Davyback fight against the discombobulated ones? I'm talking about the inverse. You know, Oda loves his equal but opposites. I'm saying we run back the Foxy part, the whole arc, run it back, but Buggy runs up on the Straw Hats. Well, the Straw Hats run up on Buggy, right? They want the smoke. Straw Hats want the smokes. Buggy thinks it's hilarious, and the way to get out of it is a Davyback fight. And Buggy's gonna do the same shit that that Foxy did. Try to cheat on all the matches or whatever, except this time, the teamwork of the Straw Hats is gonna like wipe the floor with them the whole time. But we're gonna get a couple great things out of this. We're gonna get Sanji versus Crocodile, which is a long time thing. I mean, Oda's been foreskinning that forever. I mean, Mr. Prince, that's what gave us the German Kingdom, like little tad bit that we wanna do. Plus, Crocodile's had the smoke for Mr. Prince since day one. So we gotta see that play out, right? And then two, who's Buggy's number 2 or 3, depending on how you look at it? Probably, well, number 2, I mean, because he got to compare it to Zoro. You know how I go. Zoro versus Mihawk. We about to get one of the GOATest fights. The greatest fights of all time is going to be in a Davyback fight. And then, follow me. Buggy's going to awaken his devil fruit with his fight with Luffy. Why? Buggy is Oda's one of his favorite characters of all times. You know what I mean? And the troll is troll. He keeps failing upwards. Like, he's an emperor. Like, we cut it for what it is. He was a warlord. You know what I mean? Call it for what it is. Like, Buggy's an emperor now, right? What else can Buggy do to tear up again, right? Buggy's going to awaken his devil fruit in the dumbest way possible. I don't know how. Like, I'm not that type of crazy theorist where I can do the math and figure that out. But this is gonna be the highlight. Imagine the posters that's gonna be going up around Buggy Circus when the Straw Hats pull up on Ida. You're gonna see like these epic, like boxer style, MMA style, UFC big dumb posters of like Zoro versus Mihawk, Sanji versus Crocodile, and then Luffy versus Buggy. Because look, Oda's a troll, right? He's going to do it, but these fights are not going to be typical fights. They're going to have some type of weird twist. The Zoro versus Mihawk is probably the only one that's going to actually be like a fight for real. You know what I mean? And then Crocodile and Sanji, I feel like they will have a skirmish, but not nothing super duper serious. You know what I mean? Unless Crocodile try to steal Nami. You know what I mean? That's the only way I could see, like, if Buggy come with a scheme that takes Nami and Robin out of the picture for a little bit, and Sanji actually is like fighting for his life, to, you know, fighting for their lives, then it changes. But in actuality, I think it's gonna kind of be for the jokey jokes, because what? It's gonna give us a bunch of stuff that we wanna see. It's gonna piss a bunch of people off that don't really truly understand how One Piece works. And 3, Oda's gonna wanna have some fun before he goes into like all the super duper serious stuff. So I think our next arc is gonna be a Davyback fight with Buggy in them. Yeah, that's how we're gonna end up. Because I mean, we gotta have some more jokey jokes. See, because then we had Elbaf super serious, and they still need a power buff, right? What way to give them a power buff than like a joke arc? You get 2 birds in 1 stone. You have a power up, little jokey joke arc. Then we can finally figure out some stuff. And this, I think this would be a way to get focused to like some of the other non-combative Straw Hats too. We'll get some more stuff from Chopper, more stuff from Robin, more stuff from Nami. I don't want to say non-combative, but like, you know what I mean? Like, it's a shonen. Like, you know, they're not the focal point in arcs like Elbaf. But if we have a jokey joke arc where the power level is turned down a little and the comedy's turned up, then gives you more room to have fun with those outside the big 4. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to, because everything's not a fight anymore. Well, I can't even say that no more because I don't even know where Frankie's skills at. My man's literally a catastrophe, right? One up for the unks from Frankie.